hamburger pie. I am making my mama's famous hamburger pie. This recipe is passed down through generation and through all of her daughters. And I am one of her daughters, and I am making my mama's famous hamburger pie. And I will show you how. Just keep watching, like, and subscribe, and ring the bell. Like and subscribe. Keep watching. I'm going to let you know what I put into my mama's hamburger pie and show you how to make mama's hamburger pie. And it is going to be good too. Real good. Now, while the hamburgers is browning, we're going to put together the other ingredients. Now, my mama was a country cooker. She just know how to like sprinkle it on a little bit. So I'm going to start with seasoned salt. Just sprinkle some on here. You know, I kind of like sometimes cook by the eye. I'm kind of used to it. And we're going to put on some onion powder. With the onion powder, onion flavor in there. And now, this is kind of like my little extra seasoning I put in here. Some Italian seasoning. I put that in there. A little some I add to it to give it a little more flavor. Now, and I have, it's a little bit of like, it's like a Mrs. Dash to enhance the flavor a little bit more. And next, I put just a little bit of garlic. Just a little bit. Just use it as a seasoning, not much, you know. So, and we're going to let this cook. Now, you always start the other ingredients with washed hands because this was ground beef. So, I'm going to start the other ingredients with washed hands. Don't forget to wash your hands because you just got to touching meat. So now you're going to put the other ingredients together. Now, hands are all washed. Now, my mama uses biscuits for the crust. It's going to go in the bottom of the pan. So I was going to roll it out, you know, trying to be fancy, but I'm going to do like Mama used to make because, you know, she like covering the country. She's a country cooker. And so we're going to just spread the biscuits out into the pan for the bottom of the crust. You see, my mama, she used the hand. She like spread this out. She pushed it into the bottom, thin it out with her hands. She's making a crust. She's going to make it go all the way across. She's going to go to the next thing. I'm making like Mama used to make. Okay. This is for the bottom. See how I got it thin out? I'm putting the next one in there. The next biscuit. This is raw biscuit. And you smash it together to complete the crust. And you keep on doing that through the whole time to make a crust. You go up a little bit to make sure that you got that crust up there to hold that hamburger. This is going to be the crust. Before you put all the mixture into it, this is the bottom crust of the hamburger pie. This is what Mom used to make, so I'm going to do it like Mama make. Instead of rolling it, I'm going to use my hands like she do. My hands are clean. I wash my hands, everything. Make a thin it out. These are from biscuits. So, and then use the biscuits for the crust at the bottom of the dish. So I'm going to fill this whole thing up with the biscuits, and then I'm going to show you the other ingredients of how you will make the hamburger pie. So now you see I have the crust in the pan already spread it out throughout the whole pan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake it for about 5 minutes. I like to give the crust a head start before I put the hamburger in, because the hamburger and the other season I have to dress the hamburger now. Okay? So I'm going to let it bake 5 minutes, and then I'm going to show you what ingredients you put in a hamburger. Now the hamburgers are almost done. I'm going to put the other ingredients in it, the rest of the ingredients, and I'm going to show you what other ingredients I use for the hamburger pie. Now I already added the seasoning, like the onion powder, the garlic powder, the little bit of the seasoned salt, little Italian seasoning. I didn't add the pepper, so I'm adding just a little bit of pepper too to give it a little flavor too. Put just a little pepper in there for the flavor. It's almost done before I put the other ingredients in here. So you got that seasoned salt, onion powder, a little garlic, Italian seasoning, seasoned salt, a little like Mrs. Dash to give it a little extra So this is my mama's recipe for her rest in heaven. I had told my boys, which is now young men now, I was like, I'm cooking your grandmama's famous hamburger pie. They were like, what? So I know they can't wait. They're waiting. They don't know it's already cooking, but I'm pretty sure they smell it because it smells good. Now, the other key ingredients to this pie is ketchup. Yes, ketchup is one of the most important key ingredients. You add ketchup to it. You say, can I use tomato sauce? It's just like, me and my sister, we like, nah, to keep mama's ingredients is just not the same without ketchup. Yes, this is for the filling of the hamburger pie. It has to have ketchup. Let the ketchup cook in here. Yes, ketchup. So I'm gonna, the ketchup is the sauce. I'm gonna mix this ketchup all the way through here. Let's see how the ketchup is. And put a little more ketchup in here. Okay, come on now, ketchup. There you go. Make sure it's well coated in ketchup. Now, with the ketchup, I also like to make sure that it is seasoned well. I still put a little more onion powder in it and a little more Mrs. Dash. You know, I had used Italian seasoning already, but just a little more of the Mrs. Dash and a little more pepper, just a little, not too much, just a little bit. And you know, since I do like garlic, I'm just put a teeny garlic in there. It's just like seasoning up the ketchup, just a little bit. Got a little tiny bit. And just a tiny, because this is the seasoning that I put in the hamburger. So now I'm going to season the ketchup I put in there. Just a little Italian seasoning for the ketchup. Give it a little more flavor. And you mix it up. You know, you don't have it too runny, but you don't have it too dry either. Okay, just a teeny when you get it more ketchup. Okay, because I already have the seasoning in here. This just came, I'm cooking hamburger pie. My mama, rest in peace, she's not here anymore. Now, the biscuits, I only let it cook 5 minutes. I didn't want to cook all the way because I want to have a head start to make sure that it have that real doneness to it, which you don't really have to because it will cook all the way through. Since this is already done, it don't really have to cook like a whole hour or a whole 15 minutes more, and then like that. Just enough to melt the cheese. Okay, I'm gonna take the biscuits out. Now you see the biscuits are not really all the way cooked, it's just a little bit. I'm gonna put the meat into the pie and make this hamburger pie. Okay, now I have the meat in the hamburger pie already spread it over the crust. Now I'm going to add a little twist. Now my mama don't usually use mozzarella cheese. We use American sliced cheese, but I'm going to use both. So this is my little extra ingredient, which you don't have to use mozzarella cheese. It's American cheese. Okay, now that I have this is my extra ingredient that is the mozzarella. It's not really costly. Now you put the American cheese on top of it. Yes, this American cheese is the topping for your hamburger pie. So you put the American cheese all the way down to the bottom here. Okay, there you go. American cheese. That's your crust for the topping for your hamburger pie. See, now you've got that cheese all the way in there. Now that's the crust on top. We're going to put it back in the oven, let it finish cooking, for the biscuit to finish cooking and the cheese to melt. And so we're going to let it about like 10 minutes to finish cooking the crust, the biscuit crust up under there. So in a few minutes, it will be ready. See how it's in the oven? It's cooking real good. Now, here you have it. Hamburger pie. Look at that cheese, and it's all ready for cutting. It's 6 servings here. And it smells delicious. This is hamburger pie that my mom used to make, and as you can tell, I cook it like country. That I'm not as young as I seem, but this is good. It smells really good. So there you have it. Now you know how to make my mom's hamburger pie.